Well, hello everyone. I'm in Winter Park today. It's a sunny day in Winter Park. And I'm going to start by reading a passage from an article by Ryan Holiday, where he describes the concept of enough. In other words, how much is enough? Ryan Holiday wrote this, quote, "The writers Kurt Vonnegut of Slaughterhouse-Five and Joseph Heller from Catch-22 were at a glamorous party outside New York City. Standing in the palatial second home of their billionaire host, Vonnegut began to needle his friend. 'Joe,' he said, 'how does it feel that our host only yesterday may have made more money than your novel has earned in its entire history?' And Heller replied, 'I've got something he can never have, the knowledge that I've got enough.'" Well, let's walk with that. Let's talk about that a little bit. Stoicism is just one of the many wisdom traditions that deals with enough, and it does so in very precise ways. For example, first, we learn that material wealth and material possessions do not contribute to the virtues, and therefore a Stoic works to improve his character by practicing the virtues, such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. That's a completely different kind of wealth. And so if we're working on those, we realize that the material things around us, that we don't normally, we won't think about them as much. And therefore the concept of enough drops away from the horizon. We no longer worry about how much is enough or how much will make me happy. Those things just don't matter so much anymore. Obviously, you need the basic material needs. You need food and shelter, things like that to survive. But if you're working on the virtues, then the material items won't matter as much, and therefore enough won't be a question in your mind. The second thing that helps you solve this question of how much is enough, it's when you understand the teaching of Epictetus in his in the book that was written down on his behalf. It starts with, in the Enchiridion, it starts with paragraph 1, understanding what you can and cannot control in the world. And that is the concept of externals, realizing that all of the external things around you, people, events, and other material possessions are all out of your control. Even if you were to buy something, like let's say this car. This car is obviously for sale. It's parked here to entice customers. Even if I were to buy this car, the next day it could be stolen, or it could be it could break down. It could be a lemon. And therefore, tying my happiness to this material item would be a mistake. It's an external. I ultimately cannot control it. And finally, your internal state of mind. That's how well trained your mind is. How do we do that in Stoicism? Well, it's training your mind to anticipate problems and difficulties that are coming down the way. And the better that you put this into practice, the more you will be able to think your way through a situation instead of reacting instantly and getting upset or angry. So those are three things. Working on the virtues internally, which is what you can control. Remembering how externals work. And finally, training your mind to deal with difficulties. All these things, it's a lot to add to your practice, but I'm thinking about them today. I hope you will give them a little time as well. And I'm going to sign off here at the corner of the Villages in Winter Park. The theaters are right next door. The restaurants are all lined up. It's lunchtime. Some people are at lunch. Anyway, enjoy your day. This is Stoic Dan in Orlando.